53 years on television and radio, 18,600 hours on the air, 4 presidents, 4 conventions, 1 war, countless awards, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a mentor to many of us here at Fox 13, including me, John Wilson. The word legend is thrown around a lot. In John Wilson's case, he really is a legend in broadcasting and in this community. His new book is called Tuned In: Tales, Tunes, and Triumphs of My Life, My Family, and My 57-Year Career in Broadcasting. Whew. Welcome home.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
It's been great, though.
Well, you weren't even born then.
When?
1958.
Yeah, I was. Well, 59 I was born.
59?
59, yeah, 65 this year.
I was on radio in 1958.
Where?
Old town called Big Stone Gap, Virginia, as far back as you can imagine in the state of Virginia and still be in the state, right next to Kentucky and Tennessee.
But think about that. That's where you were. That's where you started. And then you got to the top of your career here. I mean, it's a really remarkable career, isn't it?
WTVT was absolutely the top. I had spent my time moving with my career actually from Southwest Virginia, from the mountains up to the capital, Virginia, and Richmond, and went on to Norfolk, and then to Charlotte, and then to St. Louis. And I thought I wanted to go to San Diego, too, and I gave up on that when I didn't find any grass in any yard. Really, where's the grass?
I want to ask you, there are a few things I want to ask you about, but I got here 30 years ago. And you had done a story, or you were in the process of doing the story, about the secret trip that you all made to Cuba.
Oh, the one that, excuse me, almost put us in jail. In fact, put us in control of the military. What we wanted to do was to go down there without media identification, because that's the only way you could go shoot what you wanted to shoot. Otherwise, they put a person on you and you can't shoot what you want. What I wanted to shoot was the port, because I wanted to show all the different countries that come into that port. And it's everybody but America.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the story I wanted to tell. But before long, we were surrounded by the cops, by Cuban police, and they took us into their office and separated. There were 3 of us, 2 photographers and me, and separated us. And one of the women with me, a photographer, said, "You speak some Spanish?" I said, "Un poquito español." She says, "No Spanish here. Nobody speaks Spanish. We make it as difficult for them as possible to talk to us," and that's what happened. It was incredible. We had to go to the, believe it or not, the Swiss embassy, because one of the things they had taken from one of the photographers was his ID.
Wow.
And his passport to get back into the United States.
Has it been fun revisiting all these great old stories to put in this book?
Yeah, I can't believe that I did that many things in that book. There was a lot of traveling in there, you know, for a primary anchor. That's kind of unusual even today. But I had to go. I wanted to go on every trip I possibly could, including Russia, including Cuba, and including Panama, and a lot of other stuff. But I felt like I was really a reporter.
Yeah, you got some advice early on from, I guess, the legend, the person that you and I both look up to as the greatest in the business, and that was Edward R. Murrow.
Edward R. Murrow was the one who got me focused. I was just graduating from high school, and I appreciate you mentioning that, because Murrow, I decided to write, you know, how is he going to respond to me? I'm just a little guy in Southwest Virginia getting ready to go to college. But my problem is I'm interested in a career in television news. I don't know what to study. It was not as simple as it is now to get into broadcasting and print. In fact, I thought I had to study print. I started studying print journalism, and he says, "Get out of there. Don't study print journalism. You're done with that. You need to study arts and humanities." Arts and humanities, English, history, wow. Everything else but that. But that's who directed me and got me started. And then I went back and looked at his career. Guess what his degree was in college?
What?
Theater.
Well, then, right there. Hey, we don't have much time left, but I want to tell everybody that the proceeds from the book go to the Wilson Family Foundation, which is something that's very important.
That's very kind of you.
Quickly tell everybody you support first responders. Wilson Family Foundation?
Oh, the Wilson Family Foundation, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, that's how you get the book, or you can come Friday. We're doing our big expose on the book.
It's at Oxford Exchange.
Oxford Exchange.
6:30 Friday night.
6:30.
And a good friend of ours is going to be there with you.
Her name is Kelly Ring. We spent a lot of time together, and she's going to help me get this done. I may interview Kelly.
Well, I want to battle of the anchors. I want to see it happen. You know how much we love you here.
That's very kind of you.
And we're so glad you came in this morning. Glad we got to show it off. And I want to personally thank you.
Love you, and thanks so much.
Personally, thank you for pushing me on in this business.
We had a great time
Yes,
together,
we did.
and I enjoyed being with you here today. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
All right. Stay with us. Dave's got the weather after the break.